What's up? Today is October 15th. It is currently 2:18 p.m. So the markets are still going. Today was a pretty rough day. I am finishing up $1,000 or $1,010. But it was really tough. My first trade was a little winner, and then pretty much every trade I made after that were losers. So, except for my very last trade, which was my biggest winner. And we'll go over the trades. Now, one of the trades I made, I pressed the buy market button pretty much after the stock was halted, so I am not going to count that trade because technically the stock was halted. I would not have been filled. It was a $330 loser, so I've already added that back to my account. Now on the same stock, I did end up losing $1,200 on it. So I was kind of hoping when I did the math, more of it was from that single trade, but unfortunately it was only $330. The other $1,200 is still in the loser. But we'll go over some of the trades, some of the stocks we were looking at, and how the market was. My first trade was on WWR. WWR had a massive gap up this morning. This little gray dotted line here is the difference between yesterday and today. So this little bit was, yesterday's pre-market. From this line over is today's pre-market. Well, I guess that's after hours. But anyways, yesterday, it closed down here at basically almost $3, just under $3. And this morning it ran all the way up with a high of $7.81. So just absolutely massive run up. I do not try to trade pre-market. I've done it in the past. I always lose money when I try to trade pre-market. I'm never lucky enough to get in down here and just watch it rise and watch my account grow. Every time I try to do it, it's been absolutely terrible. So my first trade on this one, jumped in 1,000 shares on this first little pullback of the day at 7.58, and I ended up selling the next minute at 7.65. So that was, my first win. Wasn't a big winner. SES. You may remember this one from yesterday. Yesterday, this stock was just crazy insane, from opening up at 9 something, running all the way up to 26. I had a little bit of a gap down. Sometimes, they'll gap down, but they'll still run up the next day. So we were all kind of hoping for a run up. Let's see. Got in at 15.92 at 32. So, yeah, pulled back a little in the morning on this run up here. 15.92. Wow. Well, basically in the third candle, I guess. 15. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's 9.30. This is 9.32. So I basically bought almost at the top and sold it in the next minute. Yeah, as it was coming down. I mean, it wasn't like shooting up like it would yesterday. Yesterday, the spreads were large and it would move fast. It wasn't doing that, so I just got out. PSTV. This one was on watch this morning as well because it had a gap up. See right here, all that was after hours yesterday. Did nothing until 9:20. So some news came out at 9:20. It shoots up, has its own little pullback, consolidates, goes up a little more. We were kind of watching it for, maybe a U shape. I was hoping it would go here. Let's see when I first got in this, 9:37. So yeah, I got in here, trying to get in early for the U shape. Where did I end up getting out? So I didn't lose much. I got in at $3, got in at 3.03 and got out at 3. So I guess I got out, when it came back down here. But it did have a nice little trend line. If I would have stayed in it, I would have made quite a bit of money, but I didn't. Because I got back into WWR. Let's go back over and look at which trade this is. at 869, out at 820. So that was a terrible trade. 38. Yep, okay. So it was starting to go. It went, it's already red to green because it would have been red under this line, so went green, but broke, the high of day so far. So popped up on the scanners a few times. We already know it's up quite a bit. It's still up 90% now, which is very good. It's the second highest that's on my watch list currently. But it didn't hold up, flushed back down, got out. And, had a little run up to 925 here, but other than that, it's just dropped and consolidated. Maybe tomorrow it'll have a better day, but we'll see tomorrow. OPGN. Took that off my watch list for some reason. OPGN. Oh, well, this one didn't do anything. Literally only has 120,000 shares traded for the day. I just kind of market ordered in here. I limit ordered in on this one, which is unusual because I don't usually. Right at $7. It hit the scanner when this popped up, and I recognize the stock. I know it's low float, cheap, right around the price I like to trade. I like to trade like between $3 and $8, so 7's perfect. I was just hoping somebody else seen the scanner and it would be like boom, 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 and then shoot up and get halted. Didn't work out. Just market ordered out. Not a big deal. It wasn't a big loser. BIMI. So this was the other one yesterday that was up like 500 or 600%. Today it did pretty much nothing but fall. Let's see, when did I get into this one? 950. 950. 949. And I got out at 950. So I got in at 1018. Right here. I guess because it had this downtrend and it finally broke through that, and then it looked like it was going to break up here, but let me get rid of all these moving averages. So it popped up, looked like it was going to continue higher, didn't, sold on this candle down, and it was just from there. I mean, that was definitely the right decision because it fell, got halted here, fell again. It's just, and it's just all day down. Tomorrow it might have a run up. It's kind of like a mid candle breakout pattern here. As long as it closes around this area, it could have a good day. Plus there's consolidation, or there's support here, so we'll see if that support holds up. See how it does overnight. It could have a small gap up and then run up to 14 or 16, but we'll just have to see on that one tomorrow. PSTV, traded it again. 953. And as you can tell, pretty much every time I get in a stock, it fucking just falls. So this one, had a nice U-shape kind of going, and it popped here, and we were hoping that it would steal the mob and just run up. Didn't work out. Sold as it came back down. TRPX. Now this is the one. Nope, this ain't it. But this one did get halted, I think, here. Let's see. Let's go see how much money I ended up. I lost 660 on this one, so. Oh, gotta go back over here. TRPX at 10 o'clock, 296. And as you can tell, I'm just like, every 4 or 5 minutes I'm taking a trade. It's kind of, this is like my biggest problem. When the market's hot, I get really bad FOMO, and that's basically why I'm doing the paper trading, is to try to learn to control that. Because as you can tell, like, most of these trades are losers, and several of them I was up $200 on, and I didn't want to lock in because I'm looking for that $700 or $800 win, or the $1,200 win. So anyways, I got in this one at 10 o'clock. 296. Let's see. I mean, it was having a nice run up. Got out at 295. Got back in at 312. So I got out basically break even. And then I get back in because it runs up here. And I'm in almost at the top. Sell as it comes back down to 296. So, whoops, wrong way. TWMC. This is the one that one of my trades don't count. So it's coming up here and it hits the scanners. It breaks through the 50-day moving average, which is 388. Well, it's at 388 now, but I don't know where it was at the time. Either way, so it's hitting the scanners. Everybody's watching it. It gets halted here at 420. I hit, or well, it was 419 technically, and I hit the market order in button, but it was already halted, so I got filled. I ended up selling that. Let's see, at 409 as it came down, just market ordered out, and that's where I got filled. But either way, like I said, that one, and I'll pull over the video. Whoop, let's take that off and do that. Oh my goodness, maybe I should have planned for this better. Yeah, we're going to kill the sound. You don't have to hear my kid playing in the background or the dog barking or anything. So let's see. Did I press play or not? Nope. Okay. So you just see me hit the market button, but no orders went through. We'll go back and watch that again. So I've already clicked over. You can see no orders have gone through. Hit the market but order in button. Boom. It got filled. No orders went through. So it was already halted. So I took that $330. Let's see. Oh wow! I already went too far. And I'll show you where one of my other mistakes. You know, where I hold way too long. Let's do 30 seconds forward. My goodness. Now if I'd have just stayed in this, I would have had to have canceled a lot of, or yeah, taken out a lot of profits, but we'll just watch. It should come out of the halt pretty soon. Oh my god, I don't even have it playing. Crazy. Trying to catch it right when it comes out. Boom. Okay, so it's out. And at the time of trading, I didn't know if I'd got in before or after. I just knew I had to come back and check because it was close. But I do get right back in it, basically almost immediately. But you don't see it here. I do it on another screen that I have. But you'll see up here the orders get filled. Eventually. Okay, boom. So there's the orders getting filled on that. I bought 4,000 shares. And if I would have just sold before the halt, I'd have been up like $1,000 on this trade. But I didn't. It gets halted. I'll just fast forward because boom, it's already halted. I got in with an average price of 442, sitting up at 457, and it says I'm up $600. But if I wiped out the 330 from before, I would have been up like 930 total profits on this trade. But well, no, I would have been up 600. But either way, that would have been a nice profit if I would have just sold into the halt. I didn't. Actually held this one because usually when a stock gets halted, comes down, it goes back up and gets halted again, it just keeps going. But this time it did not. When did I? Let me click over to this page so I know. Whoops, don't want to do that. Sold at 10.21. Oh wow, that was way back here, huh? Okay, so it's about to get unhalted. Whew. And as you can see, I'm up $600 on it. And it comes down pretty hard, pretty fast, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't ever go back up over this high of day here. Overall, it was just a terrible trade. I wish the fast forward was 10 seconds, just like the rewind, but it's 30. And I should have looked at the daily here because it came right up to that resistance line. This is the resistance I already had there, and I just didn't pay attention to it. And it come out lower, drop fast. I'm holding like an idiot, hoping it just shoots back up over. I thought it was gonna get halted here on the downside. Thank God it didn't. But oh well, that was that trade. Go ahead and close that out. I'm not going to use it again. So the last trade was DTSS, and this one was basically like a lottery ticket win because we was completely unsure about this stock. It just creeped up, and then just started moving fast. I mean, it was creeping at large increments because, I mean, it was at $1.96 this morning, and it got all the way up to just over $5. That's just crazy high. And as you can see right now, it's up 640% on the day, up 560 cents. So that's crazy. I jumped in with a large amount, 10,000 shares at 10:30. I decided I wasn't playing around. I was just trying to make back some of my money that I lost. I wasn't expecting to make $3,000 on it, but it was moving. It looked good. Let's see, I got in at 367 at 10:30. So here's 10:30, 367. So kind of flushed down a little, popped up, you know, right here quite a bit. Volume was twice as much as this one. So I just jumped in, 10,000 shares. Let's see, sold half at 389 right here in this next candle, and then the candle after that I sold at 4. I was like, I'm taking my profits, I'm getting out. If I'd have held longer, I probably could have made 10 grand on it, but well, I literally could have made 10 grand. I mean, if I'd have got in at 4 with 10,000 and got out at 5 with 10,000, that would have been a $10,000 profit because that's $1 a share, 10,000 shares, $10,000. But I seen I was up 3 grand. I was like, screw it, I'm out. It popped up more, came down, popped up, and just kept running. I literally, by this minute here, my computer was already turned off. I was done. I was up in the green. I wasn't down $3,000 or $225 or $2,500. So I was happy. I was done. But And that was the last trade I made. I got back on to do this video, and this was, well, I looked at it right through here on my cell phone before I put my son down for his nap, and I was like, man, that's looking good. And then when I got on, I seen this flush down. It's consolidating. I'm not gonna mess with it though. I'm done for the day. I'm gonna walk away with what I've got. But anyways, thanks for watching. Anyone who's following, obviously, I appreciate it. Hopefully this pays off in the long run. These past 2 days have been good. Honestly, I just need to learn to take smaller profits quicker so that it'll just grow over time. Don't always look for home runs. Yep, so this is just basically education for me. But thanks for watching.